Hello everyone, welcome to our webinar. I'm Miroslav Popov and I will speak about creating forex strategies today. This is the third part of the series, and today we will cover some important topics. The first one will be use previous buyer value option in the indicators strategy. Here in the indicators options, this is a very important topic, and we will always need this knowledge. The next is the true charts. The true charts are implemented in Forex Strategy Builder. This is a special implementation of the Forex charts. After that, we will cover some special cases, special indicators in the program. These are not exactly indicators, but these are special conditions for entering and for exiting. And the last part will be advanced properties of the indicators, these properties here. Let's start from the beginning. We are starting now with use previous buyer value. What is this about? I'll start a MetaTrader. This is a MetaTrader terminal, and I'll open one of the most used indicators, moving average, period 14. Okay. Everyone knows that moving average is plotted as a line on the price chart, but actually there are two issues here, two very important subjects we have to speak about. The first one is the value of the indicator. Currently we see here bar chart. You know what is a bar chart. Each bar, we are on daily chart now. The period is not important. In that chart, one bar is 1 day. The bar represents the price range inside a day. For example, this bar here is a rising bar. It starts from that point here and ends here. We have low and high price. We have moving average indicator, and this indicator, I'll open it again to see the properties. The most common application of a moving average is to be calculated on close price. Of course, we can choose another price, but the most common case is the close price. What moving average does? This moving average uses 14 bars, calculates the average, the mean price for this 14 days. We see this is the current day here. Today is my time is 17 o'clock, and if I put the marker here, we see here on the dynamic information we have bar opening and bar closing price. The close price is at the moment 1.23030. It's changing now, and our moving average, we see here the value of moving average for the last bar. We have 1.24618. This moving average uses the closing price of the bar. The biggest problem is that all brokers and all platforms show a closing price like at the moment, but we are on a daily chart, and this bar is not finished yet. Now it's 17, and the bar will close after 7 hours my time. for this 7 hours this price is going to change. It will not be the same. This the same is for the moving average. If you see now the price is 618.19, it's moving. We have moving average, and the moving average is plotted. We have a value of this moving average, but this value is a temporary value. This is not the final value of the indicator. The same is for the close price of the bar. We have close price, it's written here close, but this is not the close. This is the current price. If you see the previous day, the close price is fixed already. This is the actual close price. But for the current bar, the last one, the price we see here is moving. This is a temporary price. That means we cannot use the close price to taking decision for trading. And this indicator, this moving average, we have value 1.2462 at the moment. We cannot use this indicator value for trading decisions, because this indicator is going to change to the end of the bar. If we make a backtest, the backtester takes historical data, and for every bar we have a fixed close price. For example, for this bar we have a fixed close price and fixed moving average price, and the backtester can use these prices without problems. But after we finish the backtest and we have developed a strategy, we have to start trading this strategy. And actually we cannot trade it using moving average, because this moving average must be calculated on the closing price of the day, but now it's 17, so we have to wait until the end of the day in order to receive the final price, the final value of moving average. This is not possible. If you see the ordinary ordinary strategy, a Forex Strategy Builder, we have bar opening, bar closing, and if I set here moving average, okay, let's moving average rises. This moving average, this backtest, the current result is not good, but we'll speak about the principle. The program uses the fixed prices for the backtest, but when we are going to start, we are going to trade on real, we need current prices, current indicators levels, in order the strategy to produce a reliable signal. This is not possible because we don't have a value at that moment, at the moment of trading. We will receive the final value at the end of the bar. I'll show you an example, and this is very important because I have made mistakes about that, and also I have seen many expert advisors and many traders making the same mistake. I lost money years ago until I found the problem. I will set momentum indicator, and this is the default logic. Momentum rises. The logic is we open at the beginning of the bar. When momentum indicator rises, and we will close the position at the end of the bar, we see the balance is very bad here. But how the strategy trades? Okay, every time when momentum rises, we open long position and we close at the end of the bar. Actually, if you see here below, we have use previous bar value option. This value, this option is set by the program automatically, and you cannot change it. It is fixed. The program uses the previous value of the indicator, not the current value, because the previous value is already fixed. But you or someone other may make mistake to forget that option. I will show you our previous program, Forex Strategy Builder. I'll show you that program because it allows to switch off that option from strategy. Okay, it will switch off. Okay, I'm switching off, and I'll set the same momentum indicator. Momentum rises, period 14, and do you see what is the back test? It looks excellent. This is absolutely the same indicator. The only difference is that that option is switched off. If I switch the option, do you see what happens with the back test? This back test is not real, because if you're using this logic here, it is the same as to look in the future. How this looks in the chart. Okay, let's have a bar. What bar? This bar is rising. We have momentum indicator. This point here is the current bar, is the value of the momentum for this bar. This bar is rising. We have also a rising indicator here, rising momentum, and that means we open at the beginning of the bar long position because the momentum rises. But if we do not use this option, use previous bar value, and if you use the current momentum, we are not sure what this momentum will do till the end of the bar. It is highly possible the bar to start from here, to go up, and the momentum indicator to rise, and to give us a buy signal, and we will open a long position. Okay, the market can go up and continue up, it will be okay. But if the market changes and the bar finishes below, the momentum indicator also can change the direction and it can go down. But we have already open position. We will close our position on a loss, and we will see falling momentum. And this will be not according to our backtest, because if we see after, we see that momentum is going down. That means it means that we have to trade short, but we already opened long position. We call this situation redrawing, and this is very important. If you're using technical analysis, you have to be familiar with that, because some indicators redraws the previous signals. The indicator first gives a buy signal, but later when the market goes against the position, the indicator shows short position, but we already opened long. This is extremely important, and you have to know that. It's so important that I decided to make that option use previous bar value automatically set, and even I do not allow you to change it, because there are various cases. In some cases we have to use that option, in some other cases we don't have to use. You see what happened here in that backtest without the option. How to decide when to use previous bar value and when to use the current bar value, the current indicator value. It is not so difficult to understand that. I'll explain you now. Okay. If the point of opening of a position is at the beginning of the bar opening, and if we're using momentum calculate on opening price, we don't need that option, because at the beginning of the bar, at the moment where we have to take a decision for trading, we have already fixed value of the indicator, because the indicator is calculated on opening price. And you see the program does not put here that check mark. But if we open at bar opening, but our indicators calculate on closing price, we have to use that option. Actually, the option is automatically reset, but you have to take this into account when you using indicators for signals or for confirming the trend or for something. Because almost all indicators are calculated on close price. Why is that? Because historically the brokers the brokers provided historical prices only close price from the historical data. If I return back, I will press my home key. Do you see the MetaTrader data? They provide only close price. There is no high-low prices. There is no opening price. Some brokers gives I don't have here this toolbar chart. Okay. If I put here this kind of charts, bar charts, I will turn back. On the bar chart we have open, high, low and close price, but sometimes some historical data don't have open price. They have only low, high and close price. That's why most of the indicators are calculated on close price, because the closing price is variable. So when you're using indicators calculated on close price, we cannot use the current indicator for trading, for taking trading decisions, because this indicator is not fixed. We have to use the previous one, this point here. And this is one of the best features of the program, because Forex Strategy Builder is designed to make always correct and logically correct decisions. It is the program is designed to make correct backtest. That's why the program decides when to use the current value of the indicator or the previous value. This is one of the cases. There are two cases when you use the current bar value. When we open at the beginning of the bar and we are using indicator calculated on opening, we can use the current bar, the current value. Other option is to use the close price, like all indicators, for example moving average. Okay, moving average by default is calculated on close price, and the program checked use previous bar value. But we will not open our positions at bar opening. We open our positions on bar closing. And if you open at bar closing, moving average will be already fixed. At the moment of trading, because at the end of the bar we already have fixed moving average, and we don't need to use the previous bar value, the previous indicator, even if it's calculated on close price. But who trades on bar closing? Actually, bar opening and bar closing is one and the same for the Forex, because the market is 24 hours open, and it's possible only to have a slight gap between the bars here. So now okay, it's one and the same, but if you open at bar closing, you have to pay a rollover. You have to pay a swap for transferring the position. That's why we open our positions at bar opening, which means we cannot use the current indicator. We have to check the previous indicator. You may think that this is a very big problem now, because we are using the previous indicator. But here is the second misunderstanding of the technical analysis. Oh, this is also a huge problem, and this is the reason I wrote this program, Forex Strategy Builder. Because when I started trading 10 years ago, or more, 14 years ago, I started with for FXTM, with their platform, and they provided indicators. I read some books, but I saw that the trading is not like in the books. I see the indicator is going up. I'm opening a long position, but I'm winning 50% of the time. This is 50-50. This is like a guessing. Other problem is that the brokers, I'll speak about moving average, but this is for all indicators. You see, moving average is a line. Is it correct? Every broker, every platform plots moving average as a line. But moving average is not a line. Moving average has a separate, distinct points for every bar, and moving average jumps from point to point. This is for every indicator. We call that discrete values, because we have here one bar, and moving average has value. For the next bar we have another value, and we have I'll zoom. Okay, let's see that 2 points. So I have here intermediate value. Do you think we have such a value of moving average? I'll tell you that we don't have this value. We have point here, and next point is when this bar finishes. When the bar is complete, we have another point here, and moving average actually jumps from here to here. It is not a line. And I make a special charts in Forex Strategy Builder. I call these charts through charts. If you go to the indicator charts here, do you see that button? This is the true charts. When I click it, it shows the real value of moving average. Actually, this is the moving average. It jumps from bar to bar. We receive a moving average value here. Here there is a very small cross. Here we receive the moving average value at the end of the bar, and we keep this value constant until the end of the next bar. And just at the moment of ending of the next bar, the moving average jumps to a new value. This is not only for moving average, this is for all indicators. MASD indicator, if you use that indicator, it is same. You see? This is the histogram. These are the lines. These two topics are very important, and I have explained that in the documentation. Actually, we have an article. We have an article about use previous bar value. You may read it. What happened with my browser? Okay. Where is this? Wiki. Forex Strategy Builder articles and tutorials. And here the last use previous bar value. You can use the search in the wiki. Here we have a special article with examples, with mathematical proofs of the theory. I advise you to read that. It's very important to understand the technical analysis. Without that knowledge, I can tell you, you cannot make backtests. You cannot use technical indicators correctly. It's very important. Also, when the strategy trading, let's see signals. Here it's not well visible. Let's enter on moving average, or I'll set Bollinger Bands here. Upper on the upper long at the upper band, okay, and close at the end of the bar. We see now that we're opening position exactly at the value of the indicator, because these true charts, they include this method, use previous bar value. They show the correct value of an indicator. If you switch off, okay, do you see where is our entry? We have entered long at the upper band, okay, you see here, but our entries are not at the upper band, they're at the other place, because the program opens at the value of the previous bar here. And if you switch on the true charts, everything is going on its place. Everything is correct now. That is. Do you have any questions about this use previous bar value and true charts? It's important to understand that topic well. This is a sort of advanced topic, but it's very important because there are commercial programs that exports expert advisors, and they do not do that correctly. This is very good for the broker, but not for you. If you don't use this correctly, you will receive a false back test with rising chart. And what if I make expert advisors and I want to sell these expert advisors? I may not use this use previous bars value correctly, and it will show excellent backtest, but what, you lose money. Okay, there is no questions, so let's continue. Now we will see several indicators. We will cover this use previous bar value and true charts. Now we speak about special indicators in the program. Actually, these are not indicators. These are different entry points and entry conditions. I will tell you some words about that. We'll start with bar opening. The bar opening is the default point for entry. When a bars opens, you may think that the bar, for example, if you have a 1 hour chart, you may think that a bar opens exactly at, for example, 7:00 and 00 seconds, but it's not true. A bar opens for MetaTrader, when arise new tick. If you switch to M1 chart, okay, I open a clock here. I cannot show the clock, never mind. When a bar closes and there is no ticks, MetaTrader will not put new bar. If MetaTrader will add a new tick, and when the new tick arrives, MetaTrader will start a new bar. It may happen 10, 15, 20 seconds. Even if there at night, if there is no movement of the prices, MetaTrader may miss some bars because there are no ticks. So actually, bar open is not exactly at 00 seconds. Bar opens when there is a tick. This is important for the live trading, but for the backtest, the backtester has fixed bars, and if you have a bar, we assume that that bar started at, for example, that one I am showing now, it shows at 2200. We assume that that bar starts at exactly at 2200, but this may not be true. This bar has started when the first tick arrived. We don't know what time what was then. Okay, this is for bar opening. What is the next? Bar closing. Bar closing. Also, we can use bar closing for entry, but it's not a too good idea. We most probably use bar closing for exit. Okay, let's put some strategy. If you think that bar opening is strange animal, the bar closing is even stranger. Because actually we don't have such thing like bar closing. Probably you haven't seen expert advisors that are using bar closing for exit, because MetaTrader doesn't have such event, bar closing. MetaTrader puts a bar until it has ticks, and if no more ticks, MetaTrader doesn't put anything. It just freezes until the new tick arrives. And how Forex Strategy Builder implements a bar closing? For the historical data, for the backtest, we have fixed bars, and we assume that the bar closes at, for example, this is 1 hour chart, and that bar starts from at 2200 and ends at 22:59 minutes and 59 seconds and 99 hundredths of the seconds. But actually this is also not true. We don't know exactly when a bar ends. For a strategy builder, when you are trading on trader mode, we have settings in control panel, trader settings, and we have here bar closing time advance. This is the time where we assume a bar closes. Actually this is advanced in seconds. For example, for 1 hour chart, if the bars begin at 2200, we assume that the bar will end at 2300. But MetaTrader, if there are no ticks at that time, we will not be able to produce trade. We will not be able to close our position. And that's why Forex Strategy Builder calculates the time where the bar must close and subtracts 3 seconds. We assume that 3 seconds are enough to send order and to execute our deal, to close a position, for example. So actually, Forex Strategy Builder calculates when the bar must end, and just 3 seconds before the end of the bar sends exit signal. The broker must execute that time, that order, and that bar. If you have some latency, or the broker does not execute deals very fast, you may increase that time. This is important for the trading. This is not important for the backtesting, because for the backtest these times are already fixed. But it may be a problem on a daily chart on Fridays. Why that can be a problem? Because if you are trading on a daily chart, the problem will assume that the bar must end at 23 and 59 minutes 59 seconds. But on Friday, the bar closes at a different time. For me in Bulgaria, it closes at 1700. I don't know for you, but actually you may not use a bar closing on a daily chart, because it will not close your position on Friday. You must use day closing or day closing 2. We speak about these indicators later. Okay, let's continue. Day opening. Day opening is another indicator in Forex Strategy Builder. It's opening point. If you're using a daily chart, it is same as a bar opening. But if you're using another chart, for example H1, it will open a position at the beginning of the day, at the first bar for the day. Next indicator is entry hour. Entry hour indicator determines the entry hour and the entry minute. For example, we can make a strategy that opens at 7:30. Okay, but this time here must correspond to the bar opening time. It's very important, because now I am using H1 chart, and there is no bar that starts at 7:30. The bar starts at 7, or the next bar will start at 8. I must use, for example, M30 minutes to have entries. If I am using H1 chart, I must put here around hour 7 or 8 to have backtest. If I am using H4 chart, it must be excuse me, this must be rounded to 4. How is in English? Divided by 4 without I don't know. Okay, if I put 7, it will not work, because there is no 4 hours bar that starts at 7 o'clock. It starts at 4 o'clock or at 8 o'clock. Okay, for the opening closing conditions, I leave that at bar opening. Okay, let's have momentum. What we have here: date filter and data bars filters. Data bars filter and date filter. These two indicators, these are actually additional filters, and they implement the functionality of data horizon option. You can set a starting date and end date for the data, and how many bars you have in the chart. You can make the same with the indicators. Actually, these indicators are here because for example, you can set do not use the newest 200 bars. Let's make a strategy. I'll put here fractal for entry. I'll remove the momentum. Okay, this is a good day closing. We see a strategy here, and we have that data bars filter. It says do not use the newest bars, 200 bars. If I remove now we don't have entries for the last 200 bars. When I remove the indicator, it's very slow. I will increase here to how much bars? I'll increase to 2000. Okay. You see on the chart, we don't have entries for the last 2000 bars. We can use this indicator to simulate out of sample testing. You put that indicator here, and if you want to see, you develop the strategy. Okay, this is very good. It's not very good, but okay, we assume it's good. You remove the indicator, and you see it's not. It's going down. You can use this data bars filter for out of sample very easily from here. You can use undo and redo. This is only for simulations. Date filter is the same, but here you set do not open positions before and after, and you set here year, for example 2014, and I'll set April. Okay, so I have no entries after April. And if you change here, you see how the strategy behaves. It is the same like auto sample. Actually, we will not use these indicators for in production in the real strategies for trading, only for simulations. Day of week indicator, you may use that. Day of week indicator says in which days to trade. You set for example, from Monday to Saturday. It includes Mondays, all Mondays, and excludes the Saturdays. But if you want to enter for Monday and Tuesday, you set here Wednesday, and we have entries only on Monday and Tuesday. I'll put here day 1 chart. Let's set here bar opening, and something to momentum to determine the trading direction. I have here day of week from Monday to Wednesday, which means because it's excluding Wednesday, we have entries on Monday and Tuesday. We can see that on the chart. This is Monday, Tuesday, and so on. Only two entries per week. Okay. Enter once indicator is the next. Enter once indicator is important if you want to reduce the number of entries. It has several options. Enter no more than once a bar, a day, a week, or a month. Where is useful this indicator? For example, if you have a strategy that makes that places buy and sell signals in the same bar. Can I demonstrate that? For example, price move indicator. We have here 20 points up and 20 points down. I'll increase a little bit to 200. 100. Okay, 100. 100. This is 10 pips, and I will set exit to stop loss and take profit very tight, 80 points and 80 points. The problem is that we can have several, and actually the strategy may put 2 entries for a bar, one for short and one for long position. Let's examine that on Bar Explorer. Do you see how many ambiguous bars we have? Because we have long and short entries. We have here short entry. It causes here. After that, we have a long entry. It's cancelled, but why is cancelled? I cannot see now why. Because the entry once indicator. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you. Bar Explorer. For example, what bar to see? See here, we open the price go up. We open long position. After that, the price go down. We are closing at stop loss. We enter short, and we are closing again at stop loss. We have 2 entries for the bar. But what if you want to execute only the first entry and to cancel the next? To execute the first signal only. That's why for that exactly you have enter once, and if we set enter once no more than once a bar, the strategy will execute only the first entry and will cancel the next one. For example, here we have short entry and long entry. Entry order cancelled, number 7. Here we have long entry, and this entry is cancelled by this enter once indicator. If we using H1 chart, you can set enter no more than once a day, and this indicator will allow 1 entry per day, not per bar. Okay, if I remove this indicator, we will have entries every bar. You see? Okay. Next one is entry time. I'll set here bar open, for example, momentum. Okay, and entry time filter. Entry time filter sets the time we want to trade. For example, if we are trading trend following system, day trading, we want to open a position on an active market. For example, when the London market is open, and here we can limit the program to trade between specific hours. For example, we can set here from 8 to 16, and the program will open orders only between 8 and 16. We can specify also minutes. This indicator is useful for day trading. Next indicator is long or short. You know that our strategies work symmetrically in both directions, for long and for short entries. The program we are setting here long entry rules, and the program automatically makes the short entries mirrored, symmetrical. But what if you want to make a strategy to trade only in one direction, only wonk? It's very easy with that wonk or short indicator. Wonk or short. This indicator has only one option, or actually two options: open long positions or open short positions. If we have open long positions only, we will see here on the charts only long positions. It will not be short entries. So we can make a unsymmetrical strategy. We can change to open short only. Okay, and now we see only short entries. Okay, short entry. This indicator can be used with logical groups. I don't know if we have time for that. Maybe we'll leave that for the next webinar. A random filter. A random filter is a specific indicator. Let's make a strategy. Now set for exit parabolic SAR. Random filter gives random signals, and we will not use this indicator in our real strategy for trading, but we may use this indicator for testing our exit logic. For example, I have parabolic SAR, and this random filter gives random signals every time when the backtester calculates the strategy. We have here a recalculate strategy command. It has a shortcut key F5, and if I'll press now F5, and you see the strategy shows different chart every time. It's because random filter gives random entries. It's very useful to test the exit. In the perfect case, we will have an exit that no matter how we enter, it will close the position on profit. Actually, parabolic SAR is not one of these. Okay, I think we can use that indicator for exit. Let's see, I'm not sure. Random filter. Okay, it gives random exit. What means random exit? We have a probability 20% probability to close the position on this bar. Or on every bar we have open position. Let's make this 50%. And let's test my favorite fractal strategy on day 1. How the strategy will behave on random exit. One moment. I use F5 key to recalculate. Now it's okay. Now it's not. Okay. We see that in some of the cases the entry is good, in other cases it's not so good. In that way we can test the entry logic of the strategy. And in the perfect combination is to have such entry that if we open a position using that entry, even if we close the position at a random point, it will be on a profit. And the perfect exit is no matter how we enter, we exit on a profit. And if we combine both logics, both entries and the entry and the exit, we will receive a strategy with a good chance of surviving. You may test this. Okay, what we have more? Closing points, account percent stop. Let's see what we have here. Account percent stop places a stop loss, but it's not fixed like the normal stop loss. The normal stop loss. What do we have here? Stop loss. Stop loss. The normal stop loss, we set the stop loss with points. For example, this stop loss will close our position when it makes 20 pips loss. But account percent stop, we set the percent of our account we are going to lose. If our account is $100, it will set the stop loss to lose maximum $2. Of course, we have rollover taxes swap, and the loss may be greater than $2. But we protect here. We set the stop loss according to our account. It's dynamic. I'm going to change this option in next release of the program, maybe next week, because now it allows only round numbers, and 1% is too big for big accounts. I'll make it possible to set 0.5 or 0.1% of the account. Okay. Bar closing indicator, I already told you about that. Here the problem is that we don't have a real bar closing in MetaTrader, because no one knows what is the exact final tick of a bar, and Forex Strategy Builder closes the positions 3 seconds before the theoretical end of the bar, before the calculated time of ending. Close and reverse. Close and reverse is interesting case. Actually, close and reverse says to the strategy that it will not use exit logic, exit rules. It will use only entry rules. For example, for the strategy bar opening, what is this? Bar opening, and if I set here MASD indicator with logic MACD crosses the 0 line upward. Okay. 0.1 watts. Okay. Actually, we have here a reversal strategy. Every time when MACD crosses the 0 line from below to above, we are opening long position, and we are keeping this position until the indicator crosses below the 0 line. We are all the time in the market. We are keeping all the time open position. This is not very good idea. Well, we have, okay, here you see the indicator crosses the line, and we are changing the direction of the position. We are reversing our position. Actually, this is only our entry logic. Why we have the reversal here and that bar, but not at that one? You see that the indicator crosses here the line. Is it true? Why the entry is here? It's here because of the use of previous bar value option. Let's see the true charts. Where is the crossover? It's exactly in that bar. It's very low here, but not here. You see what's the difference? If we put the indicator like line, we see that the indicator crosses the line here between that two bars, but not the actual signal is here. This is very important. We see that on the true charts. Let's see another place. That one. Hey, we see where is the crossing from below to above. If I remove that option, it's not very good visible here. Okay, never mind. Constant reverse indicator uses only the entry part of the strategy to reverse the current strategy. Actually, we can set additional exits. You can set stop loss and take profit in the strategy properties. Okay, I will not play with that. 0.01. The next indicator is day closing and day closing 2. This is also important topic. Okay, let's have day closing here. We already know what is day closing. If we are on daily bar, it is the same as bar closing. But if we are on another chart, for example H1, it will close at the last bar of the day. But there is a problem here. The problem is mainly on Friday, because on Friday the bar doesn't close at midnight. On Friday the bar closes at 1700 or at other time, according to your time zone and your broker. And that's why we have day closing indicator, day closing 2. Day closing 2 is the same like day closing for backtesting, but for the trading you can set the exact exit time. We can set the daily exits. Here we have 23 and 59 minutes, so it will close the position 1 minute before midnight. You can set a different time. Why you have to set that? Because some brokers do not accept orders at midnight. A user reported to me that his broker stops trading 5 minutes before midnight and resumes the trading 5 minutes after the midnight. Actually, there are 10 minutes at midnight when during that period the broker does not execute deals. And if you are using the normal day closing or bar closing, the program will not close the position. Actually, it will close the position because there are protection in the trader, and it monitors the exits. And if if the exit is not executed, it will repeat the exit until it's executed. I implemented in the program all protections I know from all pitfalls. This one is actually day closing is one of these pitfalls. We also have different closing time for the Fridays. We can set actually now it's set 19:20 o'clock, 19 and 59 minutes. if you are using day closing for trading, for backtesting, when you're going on demo account or on real account, you have to switch to day closing 2 and to test. This will show your entry is correctly executed. The same is for week closing and week closing 2 indicators. For week closing we have excuse me. For week closing we don't have options because this is the last bar for the week, but for week closing we have the Friday closing hour and minute. Why only the Friday? Because week closing closes only on Friday. Trading stop. Trading stop indicator. You know what's trading stop. It has an option in points. 200 points are 20 pips. When we open a position, the indicator puts stop loss 20 points below our long position, and every time, actually not, when we have a trading stop, it waits the position to make, oh excuse me, this is a break even, exactly. When you have trading stop, it puts protection 20 pips below our long position, and when the market goes up, the trading stop moves the stop up always 20 pips below the position. It gives some space for the market to fluctuate, because the market can go down a little bit and again to go up in our favor. Here it's important to say that the implementation of the indicator in the program is different and from what you expect, because in the normal case we don't have ticks in the program, and the program cannot calculate correctly the trading of the stop. And what the program does, it calculates the new value of the trading stop at the next bar. Actually, the trading stop trails and at every new bar. If we have new high, the trading stop moves up for the next bar. And the same is the implementation in the trader, so there is no problem. Now the back testing corresponds to the trading. But anyway, you have also tick mode. This tick mode can be used only in the trader, and it will work in like a usual trading stop. I'm very curious how the MetaTrader backtesting uses trading stops. I'm very curious. I don't want to know. Okay, actually MetaTrader don't have trading stops, I think. What is the next? Exit hour. We can specify an hour when to close the position. Here the interesting is that the program closes the position at the previous bar that ends before the hour. For example, if you are trading on a 1 hour chart and set exit hour here, okay, if we set here 22, the bar will close the position at 21 and 59 at the end of the previous bar. can see that. Do you have? Yes, H1 chart, indicator chart. What time is here? 21. We have 22 for the indicator, and this bar here starts at 21 and closes at 22. Okay. The next one, stop loss, take profit. You can set a stop loss and take profit here at the closing point of the position slot. Stop loss. It is the same as you set a stop loss here. And how you choose where to set here stop loss? In the closing slot or in the strategy properties? It depends on what closing logic you want to use. If you want to use only stop loss exit, you put that indicator here, stop loss. Because if you put stop loss here, you have to put here something. What will happen if you have two stop losses in the strategy properties and at closing point of the position slot? The program will execute the nearest stop loss. This here is 200 points, and that one is 1000 points. The program will set 200 points for the exit because it's safer. Trailing stop. Okay, we already said that. We'll continue with these advanced properties next time. I'm not sure that we have a seminar on Saturday. I will announce the next webinar on the forum, and I will send you emails. So now, please, if you have questions, ask your questions. I'll put a record of the webinar also on the forum. Do you have any questions? Okay. Thank you for listening to me, and thank you for visiting my webinar. I'm very happy that you are here, and I hope I see you on the next webinar. Please check the forum. I will announce the webinar these days, and I will send you emails. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.